as it says, he out of 26 into the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, and Shelley's got the inside line locked up, and they're still side by side. Game of the Best heading towards the next right-hand corner. He's got the inside line for this one, and he's actually forced Shelley out into the wall there. Synthetic is now not too far behind, so the top three are all within easily. So make no mistake of it, we have got a 4-race battle for the lead. So Game of the Best, Shelley, Synthetic, Big Shot Player. Put your bets on now who you reckon is going to win the race. Game of the Best has had the lead for the longest time, but we'll have to wait and see. Shelley's tried to get past on so many occasions, but hasn't been able to make a move stick. But Synthetic, it wasn't that many laps ago that Synthetic actually passed his teammate Big Shot Player for 3rd place. So Synthetic, he has been able to pass, and actually, when he did overtake his teammate, that was at the section of track coming up right now. That was just heading in towards the first corner, but I don't think Synthetic is actually close enough. 0.6 of a second behind Shelley. Shelley, though, actually Shelley's further behind Game of the Best than he has been on previous laps, so I'm not sure if we're going to see a change in race lead on this particular lap, although he is closing up. But no, still not quite close enough, so I have to wait, I think, yet another lap for a potential move to be made. Big Shot Player, though, he's actually, Ollie D's just set the fastest lap. Ollie D is in 5th place. What's happened to Aresi, actually? Has a... Okay, no, I think that's just...
13th. Is he?
That's what
it says. He's all the way down to 13th.
That's what it says on my screen, but that's got to be an issue because it says he's down in 13th, but it says he's only 8.3 seconds behind the leader. So it says Aresi's in 13th, but he has to be still in 5th. Yeah, I got excited then because I saw Ollie D. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm looking at it, and Ollie D is still directly behind Aresi. So Ollie D set the fastest lap of the race. That is true. What isn't true is that he is in 5th place. However, we've still got 5 laps left to go. It is entirely possible that he will end up in 5th place at some point. He's got the tyre advantage, and he has caught up to Aresi now, so he's within DRS range of Aresi. So now he's finally got the DRS advantage along with the tyre advantage, so it might only be a matter of time before he actually passes Aresi. And we're heading towards the start-finish straight, and so Alan, do you reckon we're going to see a change in race lead, or a change in any of the positions in the top 4?
I do feel like we can see a couple more overtakes. I mean, I was just thinking about that. I mean, this long straight is going to provide that exact opportunity. So we'll be crossing the line for 5 laps to go here in Azerbaijan or at the Baku City Circuit. Game of the Best still leads. He's looking to try and win his first race of the season. The 2 other Saubers just because the Renault Shelley and the Force Indy of Game of the Best, just because those 2 are battling, it has allowed Synthetic and Big Shot Player to catch up. But now, since they're caught up, Big Shot Player is sort of falling off the pace. So Synthetic, Shelley, and Game of the Best looks like it's going to be a 3-car battle. But I honestly feel like Game of the Best is going to come out on top, because the difference is once Shelley takes the lead, he's going to have to hold on to that lead. And, you know, knowing Shelley, I mean, at Monaco, he was good at holding everyone off. But this is Baku. I mean, not only are there long straights, but the straights are also a lot wider. So it's going to give them a pass. We've seen Game of the Best fend everyone off the entire Grand Prix, as it's side by side for 5th place. Ali D barely gets it best as Aresi cuts the corner. And Aresi falls back down to 6th place, but still leading. I'm going to have to put my money on Game of the Best. He's been doing fantastic the last 22 laps.
Been one of the strongest, most consistent runners, actually. Qualified towards the front. I did say that he was one of the drivers who I wouldn't sort of expect to qualify towards the front. That's no disrespect on him, but I'm just going off of past form in qualifying at the very least in previous races this season. We got a yellow flag out in Sector 1. I'm not sure what that was for, but it's been withdrawn very quickly. And heading down the start-finish straight, Shelley's 6 tenths behind Game of the Best. Even with DRS slipstream, 6 tenths. That's well within DRS range, but nowhere near close enough to be able to make a pass. And that just shows how much the effect of DRS and slipstream has been reduced from F1 2016, certainly. But yeah, Ollie D, it's a shame that we missed, or certainly I missed, the move there for 5th place from Ollie D. But I think Ollie D is seriously going to just stick in 5th place now. He's there's no way he'll catch up to the top 4 because, well, he'd have to catch up at a rate of well over a second a lap to be able to do that. So I do not think that Ollie D will be able to take 4 places. But considering where he qualified, Ollie D has done exceptionally well. Started on the soft tyres, he's going to end the race on the super soft tyres. So yeah, he's done incredibly well. And to beat Aresi, and Aresi has had form here in previous seasons, season 12, Aresi... No, just ignore what I was saying. I thought Aresi had actually done especially well here in season 12, but not especially. I think I was thinking of Nervo Tank anyway. Actually, Nervo Tank is someone who isn't taking part. Oh, well, there you go. That's I don't know if that was a revelation for you, Alan, but it was for me. I didn't realise that Nervo Tank was actually the second driver not taking part in this race along with Simo. Oh, well, there you go. But anyway, you notice I may be waffling, but it's only because I'm not really expecting a great deal to happen, although actually Synthetic is close to Shelley. 3 tenths is the gap between Shelley and Synthetic, so that is close enough for a move to potentially be made, although the difference is Shelley has also got Slipstream and DRS on the car in front, so, no, that's the problem with Synthetic, is he's just not going to have the overspeed on Shelley, unfortunately. And Alan, you said that Game of the Best is the driver who you reckon might well end up winning the race, and I have to agree with you because it doesn't look like Shelley's going to get past anytime soon, but similarly, I also don't see how Synthetic is going to get past Shelley when Shelley's also got Slipstream and DRS. They're in the same position. A Big Shot player has lost a bit of time compared to his teammate. He's now 3.2 seconds behind Synthetic. Yeah, and then just a rundown of the order. Ollie D is still ahead of Aresi, although hasn't been able to extend the advantage from Aresi, but Aresi, while he may not have the tyres, he does still have DRS, he's still within DRS range. Then it's Alex, who started in 4th, he's now, well in 7th. David Greco isn't too far behind in 8th. H Racing Green is just about in 9th, although actually there's a bit of a battle going on for 9th, 10th and 11th positions. They're all close. H Racing Green, RC Alonso and Big C are in 9th, 10th and 11th positions respectively.
Yes, we are coming to the final 2 laps of this Grand Prix, and I remember around 20 laps ago I told myself I'm going to go downstairs and get a drink when Nathan is talking. 20 laps later, here we are, my voice is still dry, so when I come to the end of this thing, I'll just wait till the end, but I'm looking at Shelley riding on board. This is the closest he's ever been to him, and this could be an opportunity he's been waiting for. And, you know, like we said, the straight line speed in this game has not been there, but I think now, I mean, he's just going to have enough to get to the inside, and I think Gamer the Beast, or Gamer the Best, has a lot in store from him down the straight. DRS available for the Renault of Shelley. He's going to try and look to the outside, and he will, but heading into the first corner, will he have enough time to get there? But around the outside, can he hold it? Tries to switch back, but this time Gamer the Best still leads. 2 to go, and Baku is going to look to the inside, backs out, back to the outside. Shelley still there in second. Gamer the Best still leads, and due to that, Synthetic is going to be all over Shelley, and the 3 cars in this race in the top 3 look to be the ones to win this race, because, I mean, Big Shot player, that gap is massively increased. So now Shelley on board again, looking back to the inside, but backs out. He's going to have just a nose under there. Gamer the Best there, and now he's going to find a gap to open back to the outside, as right now Shelley trying to find a way around, as Ali D was just able to get by Aresi on my screen. But back to the lead, we are heading to the final lap in this Grand Prix, and Alex Synthetic behind. Shelley is trying to look behind as well. We're trying to get by, and knowing Synthetic, if I were him, I'd just stay in third. I mean, there's a chance you can pass Shelley down the straight easily without losing time to Gamer the Best, and then just reel him in. I mean, it's shown that, you know, Syntech is able to reel in these 2, and I was just stuck behind him because he cannot pass him. That is a problem that he has, and, you know, we're going to have to wait for this final lap to see if he's going to find a way around. But, I mean, just because of Shelley, I mean, that gap is already increased by almost a full second. But we are approaching the final lap of this Grand Prix at Baku, and Gamer the Best is already pulling away. Do you think Synthetic can get around Shelley?
I mean, it's kind of now or never for Synthetic, but you said if you were Synthetic, you would just stick in 3rd place, and actually, there would be a good reason to do that, because Synthetic is currently the highest placed driver in this race. Okay, I worded that wrong, but he's Okay, Synthetic, he's third this race, and he's also third in the Drivers' Championship. The two drivers ahead of him are RC Alonso, who's down in 10th, so as it stands, Synthetic is going to easily overtake RC Alonso in the Drivers' Championship. And the current Drivers' Championship leader is Ali K, and Ali K, of course, has retired from the Grand Prix due to a spin, collision, all sorts. It was just a bad day in the office for Ali K at the start. So Synthetic is going to score 15 points, and he's currently 33 points behind Ali K. Scoring 15 points, that gap will be close to 17 points. So Ali K, who is starting to run away with the championship lead, Synthetic, just by finishing in third, is going to close up that gap significantly. And yeah, I don't think he's going to pass Shelley. Shelley certainly isn't going to pass Gamer to Best. And actually, we're coming up to the castle section, so provided there's no mistakes or crashes here, which there aren't for the top four at least, yeah, I think the top four will finish where they are now, unless there's a diving move from Synthetic to get past Shelley.
Yeah, so we are in the final sector now in this Grand Prix on the final lap. It's been a good Grand Prix. I mean, we've seen some battles, which is, surprising in this game. Hold on, there's an incident for H-Racing Green. And he just got passed by two cars. They're battling for the final point position. This looks a lot more interesting. I'm going to go up to the front, though, and announce the winner. We're going to come through the final couple of corners, now down through this little right-hand kink. It's going to be our 7th different winner this season. Gamer to Best for Force India. What a way to do it. Most laps led from pole position. Gamer to Best will win the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Heron Baku, well done to him. Ali D, 5th. Big Shot Player, 4th. And you look across the line, so he's going to scrap up those final couple of points. And running out in H-Racing Green, I mean, he was running inside the top 10. And now all of a sudden it just falls back out of nowhere. RC Alonso, I mean, not the best day. He will get 2 points as well. He's running in 9th place, so there's an incident. But never mind. Just said there was a yellow, but I mean, not the best day to consider that the points leader retires. Remember, RC Alonso is 2nd in points. You thought the best day for him would just be to get a podium, but not even inside the top 5. He's going to get 2 points out of this race. That'll become a 28-point lead from Ali K. So 10th for Big C, 11th for H-Racing Green, 12th for Scion in his debut in Season 14, that is. Wooly will most likely get 13th, and that'll round out the Grand Prix today here in Azerbaijan. And, it's been a good one. I've really enjoyed this race. As the time runs out, we'll wait for Wooly to finish. But, again, I know the race just ended, but if I was going to have to award, this race score like I usually do every single week, I'd have to give it a 6 out of 10. I mean, not much is going on. I mean, they do say, when you're having fun, time flies. And, when you're watching a good race, time does fly. So, I mean, it felt like it just went by in 15 minutes. So, I mean, I'll give credit to that. But, I mean, a couple passes here and there. But Gamer to Best was just able to hang on. And, I mean, he would have to give credit to where it's due. Your winner today, Gamer to Best, for the first time this season. 2nd podium. And the last time he scored points was back in Russia. Today, it's round 8 of this championship. Gamer to Best is a winner.
No, of course it doesn't. I mean, yes, we are talking about the very top Formula 1 calendar, so of course it's going to be tough, and it did catch out a few people such as Ali K, the championship leader. J4 also got caught out on that castle section. I think most of the retirees, if not all of them, did actually. No, B-Colt didn't actually. B-Colt did lose a part of his front wing and then I think retired in the pits. So, yeah, I mean, actually, shout out to Ollie D for the most positions gained this race. Ollie D started in 18th and finished in 5th. So, that's
my driver of the day, definitely. I mean, started 18th, finished 5th. That's amazing. I mean, I did question you on when you're like, oh, he could just go on the track past people. I'm like, but it's Baku. What's the chance of passing people? But, I mean, Ollie D proved us wrong today. Gain, I believe, if I do my math correctly, that is 13 positions in the Red Bull, and doing that one stop, fantastic finish for Ali D, and that gives me myself the driver of the day for Ali D. I'm gonna have to give him that award today. But your winner today is main focus today of Gamer to Best for the Force India squad. They've won the last 4 races. They won the last 3 out of the 4 races. And they've really proved to be a threat in the championship. I remember the first 3 rounds of saying they don't even have points. They just need a good driver. Now, they do have both good drivers, because both of the drivers on that team have won races so far this season. So that's good news for them. And now, as the race is over, we will get some driver interviews. We'll get Gamer the Best in here first, then maybe Shelly and Ollie D. That's my objective, but I'll send out the invites.
But yeah, talk about driver of the day. I mean, that's the thing is, Bill hasn't scored any points. It must be incredibly frustrating for him, especially as this race he was doing so well initially. Apart from B Colt, who was Synthetic, did incredibly well to finish third. Game at the Best, just very strong at the front. Shelly, good in qualifying, good in the race. I think generally speaking, the people who finished towards the front deserve to finish towards the front. So yeah, I think anyone in the top 5, I think you could argue a reasonable case for driver of the day. But if I was being perfectly honest, yeah, I'd give driver of the day to Ollie D, just for making up so many places. And also, he had the intuition, the insight to start on the harder compound tyre, avoided the chaos, avoided the action, gained some places from it, and then was able to pass the likes of a Ressi out on track. So yeah, Ollie D, great strategy, great race finish, even if it wasn't the best qualifying result. But they don't award any points at qualifying, and they do award points for where you finish in the race, what Ollie D did.
Yep, so I'm going to try and get Gamer the Best and Ollie D in here. I invited Gamer the Best already a couple minutes ago. He has not joined. Ollie D usually joins us in the booth, and, you know, that's why I'm relying on him as a backbone. But, you know, he's not joining us either, so, having a driver interview today is not really looking possible, unless we can get in some other drivers. We could talk to Jthorn, and he could tell us how he retired, because I'd love to hear that story. Same with the other 4 drivers, like Ali K and a couple others who retired in the castle section. But I think Ali D's actually... No, he's still online. Send him another invite. There we go. He's with us today. So, Ali D, our driver of the day. I mean, you started dead last in 18th, but you were able to come home and finish 5th. I mean, how did you do it, despite starting on the harder compound?
Yeah, so qualifying absolutely pissed me off because like I went to do 2 laps on my first run, but then I ran out of fuel, and then that meant that I hadn't got enough time to do my second run. So I started last after both the first 2 laps being rubbish, and then starting on the harder tyre, got a good start, and I knew that I had to start on the harder tyre because obviously being held up at the start, like when you start at the back, it's best to get the hard tyre out of the way first, and then somehow I managed to keep, like when I got into the lead, I managed to keep, to come out in 6th, I think it was a really good feeling, and then I had the pace at the end to take 5th, but just part of my front wing at one stage, which cost me a bit of time. I'm pretty happy with that.
So did you ever expect to finish 5th? Because I mean, the qualifying was less than perfect for you, you said, but you made the decision to start on the harder compound tyre. But surely at that point you were assuming damage limitation, maybe back end points. I mean, what were you expecting, bearing in mind your qualifying result and the tyres you ended up starting the race on?
Yeah, after my qualifying, I didn't think I'd get points, to be honest. I thought, I've screwed up here, I'm not going to score any points, because in my practice I was doing consistent low 40s, so it was very, very frustrating to do a 41 qualifying. So yeah, my aim in the race was to get in the points, and to get 5th is higher than what I expected, so I'm pretty happy.
So, thank you very much for joining us in the booth again today. Good job on putting on a show for us. I mean, you really shocked us, again, gaining 13 positions in this Grand Prix. So, good luck next weekend, if I'm correct, for the Austrian Grand Prix. And hopefully our internet is sorted out so we can, you know, provide good commentary over fantastic racing. So, thank you very much for joining us in the booth today.
Thank you very much.
So, next, again, we'll try and get Gamer the Best in here, and Shelly. I'll invite Gamer the Best one more time if he's still on, and no, he is not. So, we'll try and get Shelly in here. You know, he always has a good sense of humor on Twitter, hoping he'll bring it here. That's what I hope. And hoping he's still online as well, because, you know, that'd be, you know, how he'd get in here. So, we're gonna go through my friends list that decides not to load because my internet has, you know, decided to stop working like it should work. But yeah, Shelly's still online, so we'll invite him into here. And if you invite, if I'm correct, Synthetic, who finished 3rd today, in the Sauber. I know Bull Sauber's finished 3rd and 4th, so good day for them in Constructors. They will grab, if I am correct, 15 plus 10 is 25, but it was 12, so then be 27. So he picked up 27 points today, so that's more than a race win. So, I mean, good day for Sauber. Definitely ahead of Force India, who only got those 25 points due to the fact that only one of their drivers, was running in this Grand Prix. But, it's okay, because, Force India ended up winning the race, but still trying to load, and I don't think we're going to get an interview out of Shelly. So we'll invite Synthetic, and if he doesn't join, well, then I think we'll just finish out, this interview or this live stream. So I'm going to look through where's Synthetic, and luckily he's on my friends list too. So we will wait for him to join. If he does not, like we said, we'll finish up the Grand Prix. But yeah, I'm not sure if you gave your score of the Grand Prix. I rated it a 6 out of 10. Did you?
No, I didn't actually give the Grand Prix score, but it's quite a tricky one to score because, I mean, I asked you right at the start, do you reckon it'll be a carnage-filled race? It did end up being, at times, a carnage-filled race. I think it was a Grand Prix which started off very exciting and then just waned off towards the end. I think 6 out of 10 is a fair score, but I think the start was so interesting and so many big names spinning out, retiring. Even later on towards the middle of the race, I think it was interesting enough to just about warrant it a 7 out of 10.
Yep, so right now, looks like Synthetic has joined us in the booth, so we couldn't get first and second, so I mean, it sort of sucks, but that, you are another choice. But again, it's nice to have you in the booth again. In Bahrain, but here in the 8th round of the championship, how are you able to get a podium today? Hello? Synthetic, do you have a mic? Okay, it's good now, it's good now.
Oh, okay. To be honest, after I was well, maybe some points would be nice. And then I saw citizens destroying their front wings and position.
Yeah, so certainly I didn't see it from my perspective. I'm not sure if you did, Alan, but I think I was streaming at that point. So Synthetic, would you mind describing how you got past your teammate? Because you were behind him for quite a while, and then all of a sudden, I think it was heading in towards the first corner. Just suddenly got past, seemed a bit of tyre smoke. That was really all we saw. So yeah, so how did you get past your teammate, Big Shot player?
So thank you everybody so much for watching. My name is Alan Cavagnaro. I'm alongside Nathan or PS Luton Rules. We will see you next weekend for the Austrian Grand Prix, same time. I'm not sure about the place though. Like, I mean, I know it's in Austria, but like, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's on my channel or your channel. I have to talk to Alex and Jathan about that on who's gonna stream. Because if neither of us have good internet, then you know, I'll voluntarily step down so you can have someone live stream who has good internet. But I think that's gonna do it for today's Grand Prix. We will see you next weekend for the Austrian Grand Prix. My name is Alan Cavagnaro. I'm alongside Nathan and PS Luton Rules. We will see you next week for the Austrian Grand Prix, the 9th round of this championship. Take care, everybody. Have a safe night, and peace.